What is good, folks? It's All Things Country here. Today, I'm pretty excited. So my buddy Aaron over at Gold is Where You Find It, he sent me this bag of gold ore from the Crisson gold mine. This is not the ones that you buy over the internet. He actually lives in Georgia near Dahlonega. He's actually from Athens, but he prospects in Dahlonega quite a bit. And he sent me this $25 bag. So what we're going to do, so Aaron's told me that they do seed these with gold, but you can get more gold out of them if you actually crush them. So what I'm going to do, we're going to pan this as is first. Then we're going to take it outside. We're going to cook it up, crush it even into finer dust, and see if we can strangle some more gold out of it. I'm super excited. I've never done this before. Can't wait to try it. So this bag is actually a little bit damp, and it has the consistency, I guess if I could draw a comparison, feels kind of like a bag of brown sugar. It does have some larger pieces in it just from squeezing. So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of damp classify this with 10 mesh. And as you'll see, it's kind of sticking to the bag. Not too worried about that. We are going to, we'll flip the bag inside out and we'll pan out that contents as well. And we'll leave no stone unturned, literally. So yeah, you can see lots of stuff sticking in the bag. Kind of that lumpy brown sugar consistency. And I don't know if this is going to damp classify. It doesn't seem to want to. So we may have to go with plan B and actually wet classify this, which I was trying to avoid. But what the heck, we're here anyway. We got the stuff, let's get her done. All right, so after further review, I'm going to call an audible here. So I've kind of sifted through here. There's some bigger pieces, but there's not a lot. So like there's a little piece of quartz right there. That'll come out in the panning. I'll be able to crush that as well later. There's no sense in wet classifying this and then having to deal with 2 or 3 different sizes, because that is a lot of damp ore. So what we're going to do, we're just going to pan it regularly by the spoonful. You can see, I'll take my shovel spoon. See the consistency of most of it. Most of it's all the same size other than those few lumps. So what we're going to do, we're going to pan it out as per the plan. Take out the bigger chunks like this guy here that I just saw. And we'll crush those later after we heat this all up and dry it and put it through some sort of crusher. I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet, so this is totally on the fly, guys. So if things change as we go, bear with me. It's all part of the adventure. All right, so what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've picked all the bigger pieces out as much as I could by hand, just kind of sifting through it, throwing them in that bag. We're going to put some jet dry in our oil change pan here, keep any small gold from floating away. And what I want to do is probably, how are we going to do this? We're going to bring this over. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I'm going to get some water in my gold pan here. Move all our oil change pan out of the way a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is kind of flip this Ziploc baggie inside out so I can rinse the larger pieces off and see they could potentially have gold on them, but also to get all the sand off the inside of the bag best we can. That's tricky, trying to get everything out of the little corners. Definitely a unique experience compared to some other, your usual paint that we go through here on the channel. But there you go. That bag looks pretty darn good. A little bit of water in it, but other than that, looks like we've got all the dirt out. I'm gonna set that aside anyways, just in case. And oh wow, look at that. So just rinsing those quartz pieces off, that is that's a terminated crystal right there. Rinse that off just a little bit more. I'm gonna put that aside. We wouldn't even have to crush that. I can look at that under the microscope. All right. Well, we didn't find any gold that was stuck in the bag, which is fine. It's a low percentage chance, but you got to check anyway. But we did find all of these awesome quartz stones, including that terminated crystal piece. I'm really interested in this black piece. It has lots of specks in it. We're going to put all of these ones that potentially have gold underneath the microscope. Take a quick look at it. I doubt I'm going to crush any of these just because, to me, the value of them with the gold fleck through it, if there is gold in them, would be worth more than taking the gold out. just to have those specimens would be cool if there is gold in there. So let's go on. We're gonna move on to panning all of this stuff really quick. Then the next step after that will be to heat it up, to dry everything out, and crush it down even finer. And then we're probably gonna sluice it, I think, today. All right, folks. So let me tell you something. That was fun to pan. That material is so the quartz. It just flows like butter in your pan. It's so relaxing. Not no stress over black sands, anything like that. Not that I mind panning more difficult dirts, but for a nice lazy afternoon like today, being able to pan that stuff was awesome. I can't wait to dry it out and crush it. Even if we get nothing, we get to play with the dirt. But the other piece, before I dump this, let me tell you something. Um, I've always wanted to do Crisson's dirt because they are a chance product. And by chance product, I don't mean those crappy like gold end pay dirt where they put one nugget in every 2500th bag. Um, they are true raw unsearched pay dirt that's been ground up like this, and they put a pinch of gold in everyone so that everyone finds gold in when they buy a bag. But you can find a lot more, or you could find nothing in the unsearched ore and walk away with a low ROI. I've seen YouTubers get over 150% ROI on this stuff, and other YouTubers walk away with 22% and really pissed off. So it truly is a volatile product, but I think it's cool. I think, when you're prospecting, you never know what you're going to get. Like a box of prospecting chocolates up in here. But I think I got a pretty damn good bag. To me, for a $25 bag, I definitely think I got Aaron's money's worth and more. So I'm actually going to weigh this up now before we crush this because I want to see how much we got from the original bag that Crisson sent and how much we get after the crush in the ore. Super excited. I mean, I'm stuttering here. I'm beside myself. That was awesome. Ton of fun. Thanks, Aaron. But let's get this weighed up and move on to the next step. All right, so we are ready to get our weight. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty good. And for a $25 bag, that looks like a lot of gold to me. Some of it is very flat, but that would be what you would expect from crushed ore. Gold would either be flat or be like round from having gone through a ball mill. So still really cool. Super enjoyable. Either way, I had way more than 25 bucks worth of fun right there. And we're just getting started. I can't wait to heat up and crush this stuff. That's going to be awesome. Wow. Just like that. $25 bag. And we haven't gone through the stuff and crush it yet. 0.282 grams. That's awesome. Over a quarter gram. Way over a quarter gram. So let's get that put aside. And you know what? Before we head outside, we're going to look at our gems here and quartz under the microscope and see if some of this stuff needs to be crushed to get a little bit more gold out of it. Awesome.
Oh, nerds! 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 Nerds!
All right, folks, bear with me. The weather's kind of on and off terrible right now. I've got my cheap dollar store frying pan here. My camp stove is lit up. You want to do this outside so you don't tick off your significant other, so to speak, because this does stink the place up quite a bit. I'm single, doesn't matter, but I still don't want my house to stink. By the way, ladies, speaking of being single, if you're between 40 and 55 and you own your own gold claim, I'm your man. Send pictures my way of the gold claim. So now we get this frying pan heated up. Get a bunch of spoons of our concentrates in there till they start steaming up. Get all the water. You want to make sure you have some sort of glasses or safety glasses on when you do this. What happens sometimes in rocks is they have trapped water inside. Cause a small explosion. That's the last thing you want is a piece of flaming hot quartz in your eyeball. So yeah, we'll get this all cooked up. Come back for some crushing. Well, folks, as the saying goes in Canada, you don't like the weather? Drive a mile or wait 5 minutes. So we have our coffee grinder here. I picked these up really cheap at a thrift store when I see them on sale. I have a lot of these, and I don't actually, like I said, this is my first time ever processing gold ore with one. But I buy lots of them because I do tend to grow peppers in the summertime, and I dry them, dehydrate them, and grind them into pepper shakers. So that's why I have quite a few. But we're going to do maybe 2 spoons, I think, at a time. For nice dried concentrates here, or nice dried ore. Wish me luck. So I guess you kind of want to do that until you don't hear it getting crunchy anymore. Just like that, we're going to take a look. Oh yeah, super fine dust. That does remind me, if you're going to do this, guys, I forgot all about it. Wear a mask. So no harm done. We had a good breeze going there, but I'm going to put my mask on. I'm going to finish processing these. And when we come back, I'm going to show you what this looks like. It's really, really a fine powder. And it's going to go really nice over our cleanup sluice. I can't wait. Alright guys, I just wanted to bring you in really quick just to show you how well this is going. So we haven't even actually damaged the blades in the coffee maker. Just look how much beautiful crushed up ore we have. This stuff is fine like talcum powder. Just look at that. And that's what it looks like when you start with it. So we are getting this right down the nitty gritty. Can't wait to bring this downstairs and run it over the cleanup sluice. It's going to be awesome. Alright guys, so we have our cleanup sluice, Martin Prospecting Gutter Sluice, aka Dirt Russell, all set up. Got all our cons here nice and wet. I'm going to feed these through. I know we've got some pyrite that will show up in here for sure, but hopefully we got some nice flecks of gold. All right, so just look how dirty this water is. That goes to show you how much material we actually freed up out of that quartz ore that was trapped in there. So hopefully we freed up some gold with all this muck. These are our sluice concentrates that I've kind of emptied into the pan through dunking the sluice mat. Should be some pretty heavy. Yeah, there's some pretty heavy material in there. Hard to make out. But yeah, you can see a nice line of black sands there. And we are definitely seeing some gold. I knew there'd be some because I had some. I looked inside the sluice, obviously, when we were. Holy smokes, look at that. That is crazy. So, I mean, hey, listen, not a fortune. That was definitely worth putting through that coffee grinder. All right, so remembering that we got 0.282 before even crushing the ore, so just panning it out the regular way. That crushing was fun. I'm not going to lie. I really enjoyed that. When you don't want to play with dirt, maybe prospecting isn't for you. I love it. And by crushing and sluicing and panning, bang on 0.102. That is awesome. Holy smokes. So 0.382, 0.384 total. Fantastic. All right, guys. So first off, I want to thank Aaron over at Gold Is Where You Find It for sending me that ore. He's got a fantastic channel. I'm going to put a link to Aaron's channel down in the description. I'm there pretty much every weekend. Aaron likes to go out and he prospects live in Georgia. Really great time. Lots of members of the prospecting community in there. Great place. It's a wealth of knowledge and just a great bunch of people. So check that out. I'm not going to go in. Normally at the end of a pay dirt type video, I do an ROI, but you know what? You guys can figure it out. This was a gift, and you know what? It was over 100%, I think, anyway. 0.384 on 25 bucks. Don't know if I ever paid tax or whatever, but realistically, from what I know of Crisson, it's a hit and miss product, and I think we got a hit this time. And the biggest thing was I had a ton of fun doing it. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Cheers, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.